The Legend of the Lupus Warriors, Episode 17, Children of the Second Sun. Theme, a generation born of light and lineage. Melanated children marked by starlight emerge near a second pyramid. They carry dormant power and are being hunted. Ectol. Under new skies. The earth trembled beneath Sai's bare feet as he stood atop the ridge just west of the great real Nile. The copper giants had returned to slumber beneath their sacred coils. The Lupus Warriors had finally stabilized the planetary resonance, or so they believed. Then came the pulse. Not from below, but from the heavens. A vibration, soft but intentional, swept across the planet in a spiral pattern. Birds halted in flight, rivers shimmered in reverse flow, and in the western sky a new sun blinked. It wasn't a celestial body. It was a beacon. A message, Lakota's eyes flashed. That's not a new sun, that's a return. Legend unrolled his living scroll. The glyphs danced and converged. Sagittarius, he whispered. The black center of our original memory. Pearl stepped forward, her dreadlocks humming. Something or someone is being called from the sky. The next morning, word reached them. A second pyramid had risen on a remote island above the old Mississippi floodplain, guarded by young ones who shimmered in the dark and spoke to stars. As-T2. Starlit children. The island was untouched, unmapped by any satellite, covered in cedar and wild grain, surrounded by thick mist. But at its center rose a pyramid blacker than obsidian, rimmed in silver, vibrating a soft harmonic inaudible to most. In front of its steps sat 13 children, melanated, glowing slightly at the cheekbones, arms, and chests, where ancient constellation patterns appeared like branded light. They weren't scared, they were waiting. Urban and Pearl approached first. One child stepped forward, an 8-year-old girl with eyes like dark amethysts. "My name is Loa," she said. "We've been waiting for you." "All of you!" Sai crouched beside her. "You've seen us?" She nodded. "In our dreams. Since before the earth sang again, you sang to us." Pearl felt the truth vibrate in her bones. The children weren't mutants. They weren't hybrids. They were lupus-born, not awakened by trauma or ceremony, but by frequency itself. Birthed with resonance encoded in their DNA. They're second sun children, legend said. Descendants of the first alignment born under returning constellations. Lakota felt her spirit drum stir. That means they're the key. Act 3. Shadow Pulse. While the warriors made contact with the children, a shadow ship hovered in low orbit. Cloaked, silent, operated by one of the world's last rogue frequency syndicates, the Echo Division. Their mission was clear: extract the children and dissect the codes embedded in their neurofrequency. Dr. Volan, their sound tech leader, tapped his console. These aren't ordinary humans. Their cerebrals are already entangled with the global coil web. This is the next step of evolution, or the final threat to control. Within hours, their ground units began deployment. On the island, Ulrika and Ugo stood watch beyond the mist. Pearl's skin shimmered. Something's wrong. The air just lost its resonance. From the trees emerged metallic quadrupeds, synth-pulse drones with sound blades spinning like halos. Loa pointed. "They've come to take our breath," Urban snarled. "They're not taking anything." The battle began. Act 4. Frequency warfare. The first wave of drones moved fast, disrupting natural harmonics. Trees bent in unnatural directions. Birds dropped, water retreated. Ugo knelt, hands deep in the soil, calling to plant consciousness. Vines surged upward, slamming into drones mid-air. Sai stood beside 3 children, humming a pure tone that countered the blade frequencies. His voice disintegrated 3 machines before they reached the pyramid. Like and subscribe part 2 coming soon!